You know what? We've had so many requests from people writing in saying, "Po, can you show us some Filipino food?"
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you take for granted, isn't it? I mean, I've grown up with this type of food and I know how to cook it, and it'd be a great way to show people how to do it.
Fantastic. So what dish are you doing today, and what sort of like influences does it have? Because Filipino's got a lot of
Spanish influence, Po, but you know what? I'm going to cook something a little bit different for you today, something that like my mum or my aunties would cook on a day-to-day basis. It's called sinigang. Today I'll show you the fish sinigang. So, Po, what we do is we just start with some onions and tomatoes and let that boil in some water, about 3 litres of water to about a kilo and a half of fish.
Yep.
And all I do is just roughly chop them into a wedge.
Yep.
And that just goes into the pot and lets it break down.
Wow, so it's a soup.
Look, it's a soup. It's like a one-pot wonder.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
And you leave everything kind of whole. I'm going to put the ginger in next, and just to let that infuse into the stock as well. It's all about, you know, making it quick, making it accessible for everyone to cook at home.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm going to put in there as well is lemongrass. Now, my aunties are going to kill me for doing this, but it usually doesn't have any lemongrass in it, but I like the flavour. And we had so many arguments with...
my mum does this.
I explained to my mum and she says, "Oh, well, you know, it's not sinigang anymore." But I said, "Look, dude, it's the same thing, you know. It's just
They're very unmovable on
my version on things."
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what we're doing here is we're just infusing a little bit of flavour into the broth.
Good one, boss. Well,
Thanks, boss.
I'm going to take over now with my dish, and what I'm going to do is a watermelon rind soup. All I'm doing now is starting with the prawn shells, and I've just sautéed it in about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil till you get this beautiful sort of bright orange colour. So I'm just going to pour in 2 litres of water and bring it to boil, and then boil for 10 minutes. So all that's going, can I help you with something?
Yeah, you can help me chop a few bits and pieces.
Fantastic. What can I do?
All right, so can you just chop that into little bits?
Yep.
I'll leave it up to you. So I'm just going to peel this Japanese radish or daikon, and then what I'll do is copy you with the daikon, and this will just absorb all of that soup. Now, I'm just going to take you over here, but first I'm going to take that lemongrass out now, because it's done its job. So what I usually do is just lightly mash it against the edges. You don't have to be perfect about it. And now we're just going to put the fish into the stock so it flavours the stock nicely. So let that just simmer away, and we'll come back to it in about 5 minutes and add all the other ingredients in.
Okay, well, I'll get on with my dish. Now, this is actually a really basic rempah, and all it is just shallots. That's it.
Just shallots?
Yeah, shallots. So we're just going to pound that quite sort of coarsely. And then, do you know what we're going to do?
What's that?
I'm going to pound raw prawn meat.
That is getting more interesting. You're teaching me something totally new today.
I'm actually going to add in... Ta-da! Okay. This is a trick you should employ if you don't want to have to change all the soft furnishings in your house after toasting, which is belacan, which is fermented shrimp paste. That packs a punch, doesn't it? You just wrap it in some foil, just squish it down so it's quite thin, and then just roast it in the oven at 180 for about 10 minutes, and it comes out beautiful like this. And we just pound that just to make sure that it's nicely incorporated, because if you get a big chunk of it in your mouth, it's not very pleasant. And then the prawns.
How fine do you get the prawns?
You can actually get it to a very fine texture, but I actually want a little bit of coarseness to it.
Yeah,
so
otherwise you start working the proteins and it'll start clumping up together.
I think that's good.
Excellent.
I'm just going to take this over to the pot to throw in, but before I do that, I'm actually going to strain all the shells out.
Excellent. I'm going to put these green chilies in just for now.
Just whole?
Yep, just whole.
Beautiful. Okay, so I always get a bit scared of doing this. It's just straining this.
How clean do you need to have the stock?
Oh, you know, it's Asian cooking, not French. So
it's okay like that?
Not very. The prawn shells just go there, and then I'm going to return the stock back to the pot. Like so, chef. Okay, and then I'm going to boil this mixture. And that's just got the belacan and the shallots in there.
Excellent.
So that's going to take another 10 minutes. Dennis, what are you up to?
At this point, I'm just going to put a little bit of that stinky fish or shrimp paste
yeah.
and just stir that through. So it's now starting to smell a little bit more fishy.
Yeah.
And you're going to put the tamarind. This is what's going to give it that tang at the end of the palate. Just stir that through. And also, I'm going to season with a little bit of fish sauce now. And putting all of your lovely cut eggplants in. And radishes. Just sits on top. Just everything pretty well in at this point.
So simple.
So simple. Just be careful at this point as well not to turn it up too much. Otherwise, the fish at the bottom might start breaking up.
Okay.
Yep. So the okra just goes in. Just put it into the stock a little bit so it starts cooking. And now I'm going to put in the snake beans as well. To tell you the truth, it's all about getting that stock sucked into everything that you're trying to cook.
Fantastic.
So I'm just going to put a lid on it just for a couple of minutes just to bring that temperature back up. And then I'm going to take it off and let it simmer for about another 5 minutes.
Yep. So you can see how the prawns cook up?
It does start to separate.
Yeah, yeah. And now I'm going to prepare the rind.
Yep.
So a lot of people are quite fascinated when I tell them about this recipe. So let's just pretend you've eaten your watermelon. All you want to do is just, without taking any of that white part, just take that skin off.
Yep.
And then just cut it into nice little cubes like this. But I'm not going to put it in yet because I want to see you finish your dish.
Excellent. Well, we're nearly there. All the fish and everything like that is nearly cooked. And all I'm going to do that is put the
kangkong.
Yep. So this is like spinach. It just needs to be wilted just for like a couple of seconds. And it literally does take 30 seconds with the lid on. As that's going,
yep.
I'm just going to get that rice into your bowl because this is how my mum would serve it up, right? With a bowl of rice in the middle of the table. It's something that I've grown up with as a kid, and it's something that's so easy as well.
Yeah,
and
quick.
Yeah, and I love cooking this at home because, you know, it takes me back to a lot of childhood memories as well.
I can smell that sort of all those tangy flavours through it, like the tamarind and
tomato.
The lemongrass and the tomato all coming through. Yeah, I can.
And you know what? There's a chilli in here.
I saw one. It already went in.
And what you want to do is get that chilli out and chop it up and put it through your fish sauce. Just put that through here.
Genius. And that'll be all mellow, won't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you put that through your fish sauce. What you do,
I can smell it. It's beautiful.
you put a little bit of this soup in.
Yep.
And then you get a little bit of that chilli in there, in the fish sauce. And then a little bit of that fish.
I'm salivating.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the smell that gets you going, doesn't it? Tell me what you think.
All right.
It's good, isn't it? You got sweet, you got sour, you got salty, you got vegetable flavour, you got the fish flavour.
Such a healthy meal.
Exactly. Again, when I was a kid, I used to fill it up with soup right up to the bowl and just go...